And we begin this broadcast with breaking news that's coming in. Sources are now telling Times Now that government is seriously considering a proposal to form a high-powered commission on NEET of 10 VCs, Vice Chancellors from different universities, East, West, North, South, to review NEET examination system and policy. So yes, the government right now is sending out a message of intent when it comes to taking action. One, on paper leaks, and number two, also it is considering a proposal to form a high-powered commission on NEET of 10 VCs from different universities across the country to review the NEET exam system and also the policy. The question here and the demand of the students and the protesters have been a reform in the entire education system. Let's go across to Pragya, who's joining us on this broadcast. So back-to-back developments, and the government right now is trying to send out a message to the students of this country, Pragya, that it is serious, it is committed to the cause of the youth, it is committed to ensuring that the grievances of the students and the youth are taken up seriously. For now, they are considering a proposal to form a high-powered commission. What more can you share with us, Pragya?
Well, absolutely. Our sources have told us that government is considering and, very seriously considering constituting a very high-powered committee, which will have or may have, vice chancellor across the country, so that, no state or no region can say that there is a bias. So all the distinguished universities vice chancellor can be approached by the government also, but this is still in a consideration stage. The government is thinking that at least 10 VCs or more could be part of it, and they will work and revive on the overhaul system of NEET, how the examination is conducted, and not just that, how it could be made, the whole policy around the NEET could be, it's so student friendly also.
Right.
So if academicians become part of this, it also becomes, an expertise domain as far as government is concerned, and they are willing to do that, and they're still considering to form this high-powered committee.
Yes. So Pragya, what is going to be the focus of this high-powered commission? You've told us it is specifically going to be on a NEET examination, and there are going to be 10 VCs, 10 vice chancellors from different universities across the country who will come together to review the exam system and also the policy. Do you have information about what's going to be the agenda of the entire high-powered commission?
Well, I would still underline that this is still in the consideration stage, the high-powered committee and constitution of it. But the mandate of the committee is will be, in fact, when it will be constituted, whenever government decides on it, it will be that there will be an overhaul examination of the NEET examination system. So basically, about everything that can be done about the NEET is going to be discussed, and the policy around it can also be overhauled.
All
so
right.
It will, it will have an impact on how NEET is conducted, how NEET examination papers are set, what problems does the student face. So how can you make it student friendly also, the conduction of examination, and not just that, the whole review of the NEET system that is there.
Okay. Thank you, Pragya, and do stay with us, because we also want to break more information about how the centre is also preparing to tighten the legal framework against paper leaks. So yes, we're telling you about how the government today is sending out a message about how it wants to ensure there is an overhaul. So one, they're considering a high-powered commission. Number two, they're also thinking about tightening the legal framework against paper leaks. The Modi government is set to propose stricter provisions under the Public Examinations, which is the Prevention of Unfair Means Act. So the Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024 is set to get more teeth. It's going to get stronger. Top sources are telling us that the government is considering enhanced jail term and also steeper financial penalties. With that, let's shift our focus to what the opposition is now planning to do. We can tell you that currently there are protests that are taking place at the Makardwar, and similar scenes have been unfolding since yesterday. Yesterday, you saw that showdown between INDI bloc MPs and also the NDA MPs. Once again, there are opposition MPs who are outside the Makardwar before today's session convenes, and they are holding those protests. Dismiss Pradhan, Barkhast Karo Pradhan. Those are the slogans that the opposition MPs have been raising, and this has been the agenda of the opposition. They've been holding strategy meetings, they've been leading protests, they've been sending out this message that they stand with the students, and one of their top demands right now is the fact that they want Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. Those are the latest pictures coming in from the Makar Dwar of the Parliament. In a few minutes from now, today's session, which is day 5 of the Parliament session, is going to begin. Yesterday too there was disruption in Parliament, because of which there were repeated adjournments once again too, expecting stormy scenes to play out, and the stage is set. Opposition, despite the assurances, the appeals, the midnight message by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the appeals by the government, and also the fact that now the government is telling the students that they want a dialogue, they want to ensure that their concerns are addressed. The opposition continues to press for the demand of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Mohit Bhatt is with us. Mohit, similar scenes playing out in the Parliament, in the premises of the Parliament once again. At Makar Dwar, opposition MPs have gathered. They have those posters. The demand remains the same, Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. How is the government planning to counter the opposition?
Well, yes, in fact, you see, again, we see that massive protest by the opposition at the Makar Dwar. We know for a fact that how the opposition parties have been saying this, that they want resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Until the time that doesn't happen, the Parliament won't function. They will continue with their protest. And in fact, yesterday in a late night video, Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it clear that the government is serious towards curbing paper leak, overhauling education system, and perhaps that is why today the bill will be passed in the cabinet, which will have stricter provisions for paper leaks and also for the accused. So clearly the government has extended an olive branch, and Sonam Wangchuk also has ended his strike. And interestingly, Sonam Wangchuk did not say that Dharmendra Pradhan should resign, and perhaps that is why what we see is that the opposition parties are still not letting go of this particular issue, saying that Dharmendra Pradhan should resign, and they have also put out the banners which say Dharmendra Pradhan should go. Back to you.
So the opposition MPs right now are saying that they will not stop till Dharmendra Pradhan tenders his resignation. Sonam Wangchuk, who was the face of this protest, has ended his fast, and it was in the presence of Union Ministers Jitendra Singh and JP Nadda. But right now the opposition digs in its heels, and along with the opposition, the demand of CJP also remains the same. The CJP too has put out a post, pehle resignation or fir discussion. So, and the opposition continues protesting at the Makar Dwar of the Parliament, with the MPs from the INDI bloc raising slogans, holding placards, demanding, and the slogan and the posters and the placards, they read out Barkhast Karo Pradhan, dismiss Pradhan. So those are the scenes that are playing out, but the government too is sending out a message that they want to ensure that the leak mafia, there is no tolerance for them, and there will be strict action against them. In a late night message, the Prime Minister posted a selfie video and assured the students of this country that the government is serious about tackling the leak mafia. And now, like we've been telling you, there is also a proposal that is under consideration to form a high-powered commission on NEET of 10 vice chancellors from different universities across the country. The Sansad showdown on its also continues. You have pictures there of opposition MPs who continue with their demand for the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. We have a latest reaction coming in from Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's listen in.
CJP है, उसके नेता अभिजीत दीपके ने ये कहा कि भाई अनशन खत्म होगा लेकिन आंदोलन जारी रहेगा, क्योंकि 1 करोड़ रुपए जो लोग मृतक थे उनको मुआवजा देने की बात, जिन्होंने आत्महत्या की थी, जिन नौजवान छात्र छात्राओं ने, इसके अलावा जो आंदोलनकारी हैं उन पे मुकदमे न लिखे जाएं, शिक्षा मंत्री का इस्तीफा हो, ये जो डिमांड्स थी नौजवानों की, उसका क्या हुआ, उस पे सरकार क्या करेगी वो देखना होगा.
So there are now questions also being raised on is there a split in the CJP? So you have Sonam Wangchuk, who was the face of the protest, who's ended his fast, and now that the government has given written assurances, Sonam, okay.
दिन में पार्लियामेंट में आके अगर वो कहे क्या कहना चाहते हैं, हम देखेंगे.
सर, होगी थी बाइट आपके घर पे?
Okay, so back-to-back reactions coming in from MPs of the opposition camp. Mallikarjun Kharge also there putting out his point of view. But like we've been telling you, the CJP too, along with the opposition digging in its heels. Till yesterday there was a deadlock. The government had said that they've extended an olive branch. They want to ensure that there are talks. But the CJP right now says, and top sources are telling Times Now, that government will meet CJP with an open mind. Pragya is with us. Pragya, on social media, the CJP has put out a post saying that pehle resignation or fir discussion. But yes, we know that there have been repeated attempts made by the government to ensure that there is some kind of dialogue that takes place. The government is now going to meet CJP with an open mind. There is no sticking point as of now. What more are you tracking?
Well, the government is going to meet CJP around 12:30 at Constitution Club, is what we've been given to understand. And government says that, the ministerial panel is delegation is in fact going with an open mind. There is no they will not hold anything against anyone, and in fact they will listen to them. They will also get them open to the ministerial delegation, is what we are given to understand. Government also saying that there are no sticking points. So we will accept whatever we can, and we will try to negotiate a way in which there are any of the demands that could not be immediately met. So in a way, it looks like that the negotiations and the conversations
I want you to
are
stay with us,
forward.
Pragya. There are more reactions coming in from the opposition camp. Let's play them out. Screens are live visuals of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who's joined the opposition MPs at the Makardwar, where they're raising slogans and protesting against the government. Along with Priyanka Vadra are MPs from different opposition parties. Standing next to her is TMC MP Sagarika Ghosh. And right now we can tell you that the opposition continues with its demand, seeking the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. More voices coming in from the parliament. We will play out all those reactions. But yes, there are two layers to this conversation. Will the deadlock in parliament continue? The opposition is in no mood to relent. At the same time, there are going to be talks between government representatives and also the CJP. Till yesterday, there was a deadlock, and the CJP made it clear that they will not. They had a problem with meeting, ministers at the residence of JP Nadda, and they said that we want to hold these talks at a neutral location. The government also has said that we are not approaching you with any kind of prestige. We want to ensure that there is our talks progress in a positive direction, and we want to talk to you at a time and at a time of your liking. But let's at least sit together, let's discuss, let's put an end to this deadlock, this impasse. Pragya continues to stay with us. So the intent of the government right now, one, is to send out a message to the student community, to the youth of this country, that they're extremely serious about this cause of ensuring that the leak mafia is punished and there is zero tolerance towards them. And number two, they want to talk to them. They want to resolve these issues, and that is why they are also going to meet the CJP with an open mind. What is the position that you're tracking? What is going to happen? When is this meeting going to happen? Break down all those details, Pragya.
To understand that this particular meeting is going to take at a neutral place that CJP demanded, which is Constitution Club of India, around 12:30. I think both Mr. Nadda and Mr. Jiten Singh are going to go, because this is a ministerial delegation that is going to go and speak to them. But Mr. Nadda is surely going to be there. What we are given to understand is that the government is going with an open mind, no sticking points. They will hear them out. The whole intention, mind you, the whole intention of the government has been to ensure how to facilitate students and how to make their lives easier, how not to pressurize them about the examination system. And Prime Minister has been the master communicator as far as the youth is concerned. This is exactly the reason why Prime Minister put out that particular, short video, which he had shot himself, saying that, we are very concerned for the youth. We are taking stricter measures. And this is all we are going to do in tomorrow's cabinet. This should also pacify some of the anger, in the students who are protesting, across the country. What we are given to understand that some genuine students are also there.
Right.
But, having said that, the government is very sensitive towards this particular matter. And this is exactly the reason why Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2024 brought out an act against prevention of unethical means as far as public examinations are concerned. Government is very strict on this point. There may have been some loopholes in the system, in implementing system. This is why they are going to tighten that up in today's cabinet meeting. The next bill, which is coming on Monday, which will be done by DOPT, placed in the House by DOPT, it is going to be very stricter. The penalties are going to be very stricter, be it jail term or be it fines. We are also given to understand that this is not just the intent. Government feels that they are there to change the system, and therefore all these steps have been taken by the government. And this is what they are also, why the reason why they are also reaching out, because they may have missed some points in while formation of the policies. They speak to the students what else they want, and there could be a middle path.
But Pragya, there is one issue on which the student protesters, the CJP, and also the opposition, they've been adamant on. And that is, they've been seeking the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. The government on its part has said that we want to listen to you. We want a solution to the larger menace. We don't want this impasse to continue. Let's talk. Let's sit together. Let's have a dialogue. And let's ensure that there are solutions and long-term solutions that is eventually going to benefit the student community. So when it comes to the sticking point, you've been saying that the government wants to go with an open mind. They want to listen to all the issues that's going to be put forth. But the CJP has been saying repeatedly, pehle resignation, fir discussion.
Well, you are absolutely spot on when you say that government wants to engage with the students, and in fact, they have been taking steps, regarding that. But you also, my understanding of the government is that no government has acceded to any external force vis-a-vis, the decisions that it takes. And it should not, because this is a democratically elected government also. And this is exactly what could be, communicated to these students as well. This has been communicated to.
So in a few moments from now, Pragya, that meeting between government representatives, ministerial delegation, Dharmendra Pradhan, beg your pardon, JP Nadda, and also Jitendra Singh, along with representatives of the CJP. That meeting is going to take place at the Constitution Club. But like we've been telling you, the deadlock continues in the parliament, and these are scenes that are playing out at the Makardwar. Here's a report filed by my colleague Mohit.
The opposition parties are continuing with their protest, demanding resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, and you can see that united opposition is here. We can see Mallikarjun Kharge, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Sagarika Ghosh, TMC MPs, RJD MPs, Congress MPs, left MPs. They're all here demanding resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Now, this comes at a time when the government has extended olive branch towards the protesters and the opposition. Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday in a late-night video clearly stated that they will be bringing a bill in the House which will have stricter provisions for paper leaks, and accused will be given very strict punishment, and also they will be setting up of fast-track courts for trial of accused in the paper leaks. But what we see is that the opposition has made it clear that their main demand is, unless and until Dharmendra Pradhan resigns, they will not let Parliament function. They will continue with their protest. So you can see they have the placard which says "Dismiss Pradhan." So it seems that logjam again will continue in the Parliament with these opposition's demand. Mohit Bhatt, Times Now.
So the showdown continues both inside and outside the parliament. Today, the focus is going to be on the round 2 of talks between the government and the CJP. What's going to happen there? We'll get you all those updates. Stay with us. Time for us to take a short commercial break.